chaos.
Yup, it's JWE. Okay. We got JWE too.
It's going to certainly challenge you to control chaos.
Come
it's
on.
a world, so-called evolved.
Take that,
Wait, is it actually Jurassic World Evolved?
You guessed
I
it.
can't believe, honestly, if Leaf got it right, it's actually called Jurassic World Evolved. But honestly, that probably means Planet Zoo's getting free-flying birds.
All the warning.
If it works, yeah.
Well, they said up in the, like, he mentioned, like, yup, yeah, we have flying dinosaurs and stuff. Yup. There we go.
We played with genetics like it was a toy.
Heckle 3.
Prehistoric Kingdom's looking great.
We weren't careful. And now, here we are.
Compies. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, they need to show off the Mosasaurus, though. I know that... Wait, is there like a... Oh, it's literally just called Jurassic World Evolution 2. That's kind of lame, actually. Mosasaurus!
Okay, that...
2021, so it's coming later this year, then.
Very. Wow.
Yeah.
I know, that's awesome, though. Like I said, only our community is going to be excited for this, but, like, that's pretty awesome. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's IAmTheLionRider, and as you just saw right there, the day has finally come. The day that we've been waiting basically years for has finally arrived today in the Summer Game Fest. The official reveal of Jurassic World Evolutions 2, brought to us by none other than Jeff Goldblum himself. Again, this is really not a surprise to the hardcore Frontier community. There was every sign pointing to this. Obviously, the 5-year leak, mentioned this years ago, that, hey, by the way, the plan is always to have a Jurassic World Evolutions 2 to coincide with Dominion. And similarly, we also have a bunch of things that were, like, as an example, oh, Frontier is going to be revealing a new game at the Summer Game Fest. Oh, Jeff Goldblum's going to be there. That's a little suspicious. Hey, then we had that tweet earlier in the year where the Jurassic World Evolutions Twitter suspiciously just said, hey, by the way, JWE fans, we're going to get new news later. And, spoiler alert, here it is. We got an official new game, an official sequel to the game, and it's basically everything that the paleo nerds have been asking for. So it's Jurassic World Evolutions 1, featuring basically very similar Planet Zoo style building tools and similar mechanics and stuff. So without further ado, let's kind of like watch the trailer once again, kind of showcasing everything. So as you just saw, the actual footage is technically a pre-rendered cinematic, so it's not actual in-game footage. But what we saw is immediately like a lot of the stuff that we should be expecting. So right off the bat, we're going to be getting brand new biomes. So the first game, you were basically bound to tropical islands off the coast of Costa Rica, that sort of thing. But this game, they are expanding that. We're going to have taiga biomes, desert biomes, savanna biomes, etc. So this is very much going to be the kind of game that a lot of people have been wanting for Jurassic World. So a lot of the dinosaurs are returning. So we're not sure if all of them are, but presumably all your major dinosaurs are. In this trailer, we see stuff like, Triceratops and Brachiosaurus, T-Rex, of course. But there are a handful of new dinosaurs. Not that many, but a couple of notable ones. So a lot of people thought originally this was a Compsognathus, but this is actually a Coelophysis. So that is a brand new dinosaur that has not actually been in the game. And of course, at the end, we got the reveal of the aquatics, which are Mosasaurus, which I think a lot of my fans already are Planet Zoo people. And so let's talk about like what that's going to mean for Planet Zoo. The fact that we have free-flying dinosaurs, which is a big thing that they're advertising, as well as the Mosasaurus, those are kind of the two main points that they keep advertising and stuff in like some of the bulletins and kind of news and stuff. We actually got... this is good signs for stuff like birds in Planet Zoo, and even maybe true aquariums. So if you wanted true aquatics in Planet Zoo, it's fair to say that that is definitely a possibility now. So that is very, very exciting. If we check the website that I was just on, what was funny about it was the actual website was down. Everyone was crashing the website because so many people were trying to get to it at once. And we have some great screenshots. So first off, you want a nice desktop wallpaper, this is it. But this is awesome looking. So as you can see, we have a lot of plants that are frankly recycled from Planet Zoo. So most of these plants are literally directly from Planet Zoo. Even the rocks look suspiciously like the Planet Zoo rocks. So interesting. But, you know, it definitely looks really, really good. The new T-Rex looks a lot more like the Stan Winston animatronic, which is really cool. And, again, the fact they keep advertising the pterodactyls flying around without an aviary seems to indicate that free-flying birds for Planet Zoo, and in turn, obviously, flying dinosaurs in JWE, are definitely going to be a big, big thing that could be happening. So, I know we pretty much know that we're going to get another Planet Zoo DLC very soon. But it's safe to say that maybe later this year, one of the Planet Zoo DLCs could be flying birds. So that is very exciting. So if we go to the gallery, we can see some of the new screenshots. So right off the bat, we have a few Brachiosaurus images, and nothing too notable about this one other than the fact that I'll say that the actual foliage in the background looks amazing. So a few of the plants and stuff look like they're recycled from Planet Zoo, but many of these trees actually aren't, and they're actually probably better looking than Planet Zoo, weirdly enough, so I actually gotta give them props. I really like some of these like pine trees and stuff. They look really, really good. So next up, we have a brand new dinosaur, the Amargasaurus. So this is basically gonna be I kind of like the coloring. It's a little off. There's something a little bit off about it. I'm not really sure what. It just looks, something's up. I don't know what, but there's something odd. More of those Planet Zoo plants that I was mentioning, though. These are literally just straight out of Planet Zoo. Like, that's kind of the funny thing. The Nasudo got a texture redo, so like the Nasudo looks really, really cool. The Nasudo looks really, really nice. It kind of looks like I don't know, like a burnt skin kind of look. It looks really interesting, though. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm trying to remember if the Nasudo was actually in the base game. I think it was. The Nasudo was in base JWE, because I think that's what the Pachyrhino was made out of. But it definitely looks a lot different now. Stegosaurus, classic, you know, a lot of people like to have gripes about, like, the posture and stuff, but, like, you know, looks really cool regardless. I love the kind of, like, Western United States kind of vibe for the atmosphere and stuff. I love the cactuses, like, it looks really cool. But here's the thing that a lot of people are going to be interested in, and that is the building. So let's just show that off, because I should get to the building images. That's what people want to see. So here we see some images, and it looks suspiciously like Planet Zoo. So I don't want to like say directly that we are going to get piece by piece building in the same vein as Planet Zoo, but I know that at least on the website they go into detail saying that they definitely wanted to increase expanded construction and customization options. So at minimum, we are going to get a lot more customization with Jurassic World Evolutions 2 than we did with the previous game, which, again, for many people is going to be really, really awesome. So I'm very excited with that. If you're someone who really liked the narrative, there's going to be a new narrative campaign, probably to tie into Dominion. Makes sense. And they said new features, but kind of are vague with what those features are. But, of course, we're going to be getting new dinosaurs. So, essentially, what you're getting is more of what you loved with JWE, but maybe a little bit more fleshed out. And like I said, a lot of the stuff that, you know, they said, hey, we couldn't do initially, aviaries look like they got a kind of overhaul, so it looks like now you can actually make aviaries that actually seem to function like an actual exhibit. So in the original game, you could place down an aviary, and that was it. You had no customization options at all. In this game, it looks like you can definitely do some terraforming, you can do some plant placement and stuff inside of the aviaries, and then this is just going to act as your little bounding box, and then of course your pterodactyls can escape. So my guess is, as long as the pterodactyl is within the confines of this arena, or like bubble, I guess, it should be classified as it is inside of the exhibit. But maybe over time, the bubble, you know, deteriorates, it breaks down, whatever. Then your pterodactyls are going to fly out, and it's going to look like they're free flying and stuff, but I'm sure very similar to the T-Rex and stuff, they're going to seek out some guests to, like, probably pick up or something and kill. So that'll be very, very cool. And like I said, if we get this mechanic, birds in Planet Zoo seem almost certain. So that is completely, that's awesome. Looking at this, we have some new buildings. You got a bowling alley, a movie theater, so that's kind of cool. A bunch of new features. I'm really excited about looking into it further. Here's that new T-Rex. Like I said, looks a little bit different from the original game. So a little bit higher poly, a little bit more detailed, so that's kind of cool. Most of the dinosaurs look like they did get some form of a touch-up, so that's kind of nice. Here's the Coelophysis, so here's one of the brand new dinosaurs. I really like the color. I like the lime green, like in the kind of like muted grass coloring and stuff. It looks really, really nice. And then, of course, this is kind of like exactly what people expect. It's JWE, but like in a taiga biome. So you have all your buildings that you're familiar with, your helicarrier pad, and some of the vehicle transports and stuff like that. And that's very standard to JWE. In a lot of ways, it's maybe going to be a little bit better because I know some people actually prefer JWE's path system to Planet Zoo, so that's kind of interesting. Here's the redone Triceratops. Again, you could see all these images online yourself. It looks like they basically did a little bit of a texture redo on the Triceratops. It's got a little bit more color. The original game had it like basically just gray, other than the variants. This one has a little bit of color and variance in the frill, so that's really exciting. But yeah, I don't want to drag this video on too long. The big thing is, of course, the game is coming out later this year, 2021. My guess is maybe a fall, like I don't assume like an October release is probably a good window for it. Around the same time Planet Zoo was released, as an example. And who knows, we could maybe even be seeing like a beta like we did with Planet Zoo for early access, that sort of thing. But it's coming to PC, PS5, Xbox, PS4, Xbox One, you know the rest. It's coming to everything. Probably Switch at some point, like who knows. But I'm going to add it to my wish list. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. I'm going to be covering news on JWE as it comes out, of course. And stay tuned, because obviously I'm interested in Prehistoric Kingdom's response to this, because obviously this is kind of a big deal. It will be in direct competition with Prehistoric Kingdom. And I'm really interested. Maybe, who knows? I know they said we're going to get stuff like Mosasaurus and flying dinosaurs. Who knows? Maybe sometime in the future they have plans to do Mesozoic or Cenozoic animals. That'd be cool. Who knows? I'm really excited. And of course it has that big Jurassic Park, Jurassic World label on it. So that's going to be really exciting. But thank you all for watching today's video, and I will see you next time.